Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to me. This is one of the first videos that I wanted to do, and it is to do with my hair. So I really wanted to talk about getting my first diva cut. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the diva cut, a diva cut is a cut for specifically curly hair, wavy to curly hair, kinky, everything in between. So it was my first time ever getting a diva haircut, or a diva cut I should say. Before, when I was younger, I've always gotten my hair done at, white people salons, just people that didn't look like me, that didn't have hair that looked like me. So I've always, had it just a regular haircut, so just a regular cut, not a diva cut. So it was something that I really wanted to get, catered to specifically curly hair. And not that I'm transitioning or anything, but I've grown up with my mom, who's Italian, who has blonde straight hair, and she never really knew what to do with my hair. So it was just me by myself figuring out what to do with my hair. Back in the day, it was just, Suave conditioner and shampoo and a big old honking thing of gel, and that's what I would do. So I was really, not within the loop of things with the natural, hair care, natural hair wave at all. I didn't know anything about deep conditioner, coconut oils, shea butter, anything good for your hair I did not know about. I just knew, I had curly hair and I was different. So at first I was really skeptical, getting a diva cut. And I had to find a salon that actually has those stylists that are diva cut certified. So you can just go on I believe it's the Diva Cut, Diva Curl website, and you can just type in your city and you will find a salon and a stylist who is certified. So now that I live in the Bay Area, it's much easier for me to find, salons that would cater and that would, do the actual diva cut. Before, I was living down in SoCal, and, where I was living, I don't even think they, to this day, probably have a salon that does haircut for curly hair, that specializes in curly hair, I should say. Anyways, so I looked it up on Yelp, and I found a salon that did it here in the city, and I was really skeptical at first because, with Yelp there's a lot of good reviews, but there's always those, horrible nightmare stories that they have on there, and I knew I should have not listened to it and just kind of, just did my own thing and just did it anyways. But I was really nervous about it, so I decided not to do it. So I thought about it for a long time, plus it's kind of expensive, but that's neither here nor there. If you want a good cut, you kind of have to pay the money. Anyways, do it. I just had my regular hair. I didn't know what to do with it. I was kind of getting frustrated. It was not that much longer. It was just, to my shoulder length, and I just usually either parted it down the side or down the middle to the side, or had it up. I didn't really know what to do with it, and that's how I've had it my whole life. So I was really nervous about changing it. I have flat ironed my hair before, but I never, once every, blue moon, honestly. I never flat iron my hair. One, it takes way too long. Ain't nobody got time for that, for real. And two, it really damages your hair. It doesn't last long. I don't like the fact that you can't get it wet. I always like to take a shower and get my hair wet. I cannot usually, it's just impossible for me to keep my hair dry. Plus, sleeping with it. When I was little and I got my hair, when I was little, in elementary school and got my hair straightened, I literally slept like this on the pillow all night long because I didn't want to, ruin my straight hair. I didn't know about, hair caps and bonnets and soaps and sheets and pillowcases, etc. Didn't know anything about that, like I said. So anyways, my friend, who I've known for a long time, from Egypt, that's another story, was actually living in the Bay Area before, and she actually came up here to visit the Bay Area, and I met up with her after all these years, and we were talking, and she also has curly hair like me. It's a little bit curlier, but curly hair. And she was telling me about MaduSalon and how she goes there, like that's the only place that she gets her hair cut. She only goes there. She lives in LA, but she only comes to San Francisco to get her hair cut, like every time she visits, kind of thing. And, you know, it kind of like convinced me, like, okay, like I have to get my hair done. So I called, I made an appointment, like I was committed, like I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get the diva cut, I'm gonna cut my hair, and I wanted to get bangs. And, you know, I've seen like all the natural like curly hair girls like on Instagram, and they've had like bangs and super crazy and everything. And at first I was like, okay, that's like not for me. Like that's too much. Like I can't pull it off. Like I don't have the facial structure for it. I'm not like, you know, I don't know. Like it's just like, you know, and plus when you think curly bangs, you don't, you know, you just think of like, I don't know, something. So I was like, no, but then I was like, yes, because it looks so good on like all these other girls. I'm like, why not? Like, let's just try it. You know, like this is the year, like 2017, like this is the year to embrace your uniqueness. Like I said, like people used to make fun of me, like boys used to make fun of me, the girls used to make fun of me, call me like poodle. They used to like make fun of my hair all the time, say it was too frizzy, like, you know, oh, you should straighten it, this and that. Like, don't listen to people. Don't listen to your haters. Like, do not. They are just trying to bring you down, you know. If not, like, they're jealous, and if not, then they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, just tell them the F off, you know, because now to this day, like, I get so many compliments on my hair, like, oh my god, I love your hair, it's so pretty, blah blah blah. I'm like, where were you when I was young? Because I was not hearing this. Like, I was just bullied the whole time, basically. And I never really thought I was bullied, but like people were freaking rude to me about my hair. Like, I never had people pay compliments to me on my hair, like other than my mom and like, you know, my family, and you know, that's it, honestly. But my husband, like, that's one of his favorite things about me. He says, like, my curly hair. So boom, in your face, all you haters. Anyways, so I really wanted to get the haircut, so, and I actually told my husband, like, too, about the bangs, and he was a hater at first because he did not think that I could, you know, pull it off, or not necessarily said that, but he was like, I don't know, like, curly bangs, like, that sounds weird, because I didn't show him, like, the pictures of what I was thinking of. I just kind of told him about it, and, you know, at first, like I said, even me, I was like, no, that's weird. So I wanted to do it. I kind of wanted to surprise him. I kind of just wanted to, you know, do something new. Like I said, I've never had my hair like this ever before. So, like I said, I wanted to do new year, new me, even though, you know, I did this last year, but, you know, kind of thing. It's the new year. I'm rocking it this way this year. So I got to the MaduSalon. I was really nervous that day. And of course, like, my salon, my stylist was Sasha. And I'm like, oh, Sasha, it's going to be like a girl. Like, okay, like, Beyonce, Sasha Fierce. Like, no, it was some white guy. And I was like, okay. But, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. You know, he was really nice and he knew what he was doing. He lived in the Bay Area. Before that, he was either living in Miami or from Miami. So he's used to curly hair. Like, people in Miami, there's a lot of girls that look like, you know, me, that have curly hair like me, that have skin color like me, texture like me, things like that. So he had a lot of experience with it. He's DevaCut certified, or else they wouldn't have booked me this salon appointment with him. So yeah, I was nervous, but like I said, I was just like, I'm here, I'm gonna do it, let's get this done. So, you know, like I said, if you're not familiar with the DevaCut is a dry cut. So he did not wet my hair. Unlike all the other salons I've ever gone to my whole life, they wet my hair, they cut it, which does not make sense if you have curly hair, because when your hair is wet, it is longer. So if they cut it, if it's to here, and they cut it to here when it's wet, and then it dries, it's going to be up to here because it dries shorter. So it doesn't make sense for them to cut it wet, but I never told them how to do their job because they're the hair salon stylists and I'm just some girl like sitting in a chair paying them to cut my hair. So I never told them or like said, hey, like maybe you should cut my curly hair dry. No, it was never even a thought that crossed my head. So anyways, DevaCut, dry cut. I told him what I wanted. I told him I wanted bangs. He asked me how exaggerated I wanted it. I told him, you know, just a little, you know, a little fluff at the front. I didn't want to be, you know, some girls have a full, like, cascade of curls, which is beautiful. But for right now, I just kind of wanted, like, a little short, little, you know, bob kind of with the bangs and, you know, just take it slow at first. But I really like it, and he was really encouraging, and he just talked me through it, and we were just talking the whole time and gave me a little cut. And, you know, at the end I went to get shampooed and kind of get the DevaCut Curl experience. And he had another, one of the other ladies or girls shampoo me, and the 3 products that he chose from the Diva line were the No Poo, the Diva One Condition Decadence, and the Ultra Defining Gel. So first she kind of washed my hair with the shampoo. Oh, and let me just say I did go with my hair dry there, obviously, and then I didn't have any products in it before, so I didn't have any gels or any lotions, potions, etc. in there. It was just kind of just my hair, and I just kind of wanted to show him the texture and what it looked like without anything. And honestly, to be truthful, like, my hair without anything in it is really frizzy, but it's still curly. Like, it's not, like, I don't have to put something in it to make it curly, if that makes sense. Anyways, it's just, like, you know, when you put conditioner and gels in it, it just, you know, defines the curl a little bit more. So anyways, so they did the No Poo, washed that out, and then the One Condition, she put, you know, a good generous amount in, and we did not rinse it out at all. So we used the One Condition Decadence as more of a leave-in conditioner, even though necessarily it's not a leave-in conditioner, and on the directions on the bottle it does tell you to wash it out. You know, he said don't wash it out, put the One Condition on, and then afterwards add the Ultra Defining Gel on top of that. So that's what she did. One Condition, and then not rinse it out, and then the Ultra Gel on top of that. And she kind of scrunched it up a little bit. Not too much, like I said, because I don't need that. I don't need the help of the, you know, finger motions to get curls, but, you know, just to lock in the product and everything, it is better to finger scrunch it rather than to rake it through, because we already did the detangling and that so forth when we did the One Condition. And then afterwards, she made me flip my hair forward onto a t-shirt that was on the floor just to get the excess water out. And then with a different t-shirt, she wrapped it, brought me to a mirror. They kind of put little pins in my hair to kind of have some volume at the top. And then they sat me down under a dresser in the, a hair dryer in downstairs. And it wasn't one of the cool Diva dryers, which I was kind of upset about because I really wanted to sit under one, and I thought I was going to sit in one since I was getting a Diva cut, but I guess I didn't need it or whatever, so it was just kind of like the regular dryer. Then when it was all said and done, you know, he kind of just made me shake out my hair a little bit and kind of see it, and you know, it was a little bit less fluffy than this. This is me, I did it. This is actually like a couple months ago that I got it done. But I did do the whole Diva condition, shampoo, condition, and gel routine myself in the shower, and you know, I did it this morning, and then I dried off the excess with a cotton t-shirt as well. But I did not sit under a heater, and I did not use a diffuser. I don't usually like to use a diffuser. If I could air dry, then I will. So I didn't want to use a diffuser, and I didn't really have that much going on, so I just wanted to air dry anyways. But it does take all day. Like, I did it at noon today, and it took till like almost 9 o'clock at night to get my hair completely dry for me to do this video. So it does take a long time. You know, you can use a diffuser with, you know, the attachment or whatever, a hair dryer with the diffuser attachment. Even with the Diva curl attachment, which I don't have, but you know, I'm interested to see if it's any different than a regular diffuser attachment. But like I said, I don't usually use a blow dryer, but you know, it would save a lot of time waiting for it to air dry, like especially if you have errands or if you have somewhere to go. It's kind of annoying. You know how it is, like on wash day, you don't want to go out with your hair all wet or, you know, not done yet, but you're kind of just like, you're stuck because you don't have anything else to do. You just kind of have to let it do its own thing, let it dry. And even if you do diffuse it, most people don't let it get diffused all the way dry. They diffuse it halfway and then let the rest air dry. So, you know, it's up to you what you like to do. But this is the results with the No Poo, the One Condition, and the Ultra Defining Gel, and then just air dried. And then I did, you know, shake it up a little bit and just mess it around with it with my hands. I didn't pick it or anything or use a comb. I was using a comb before to kind of pick at the roots, but I feel now that just using my hands and my fingers and kind of just, you know, going to each or to a couple different individual curls and kind of separating them works better, works just fine. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you were thinking about getting a Diva cut and were hesitant about it, do it. 2017, new year, new you, new year, new me. Just, we gotta get it done. Just you know, embrace your curls. Don't worry, you're beautiful. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. This has been my video of my Devacut experience, and like I said, if you were thinking about doing it, do it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Is it not recording this whole time? So this has been my video for